Колеги, вітання. Ми продовжуємо робочий день. До слова запрошую.
We are going to continue our working day. The floor is given to Andriy Lysenko, the administration president speaker for ATO zone. Good afternoon, esteemed colleagues. I would like to offer your attention major events which took place over the last 24 hours in the ATO zone. In the Lugansk segment, again, the combined actions have been activated near the Bakhmut highway over the day. They conducted 3 shellings over positions using 120mm mortar launchers near Vatashkivka and Orikhovo. The short period episodic provocation of the enemy were recorded or registered over the line of contact in Lugansk area, in particular in Stanitsa Luganska, Shasty, Zolotea, and near the defense line to the east of Popasna and Troitsk. In the Donetsk segment, the enemy continues the plan of scheduled artillery and mortar shelling the Ukrainian positions and the first and second lines of defense near Svetlodarsk, which is most particular case. In particular, over 90 minutes, our Ukrainian footholds were the target of the shelling using 152 howitzers near Satkar. The traces of the enemy's shells were found even in the back area, in the rear area, at the distance 12 kilometers from the front line. A very uneasy situation remains to the west of Svetlodarsk water reservoir in the outskirts of Gorlovka. During the night, the Ukrainian positions in Leninsk became the place where the enemy's sabotage and subversive and the reconnaissance group tried to attack this and cross the canal over the Seversko-Donetsk Donbass area. The attack was repelled. To the south, near Verkhnetoretsk, which is halfway from Rizhsk to Yasinvata, during the night, Ukrainian servicemen actually repelled the attacks of 2 more sabotage and reconnaissance groups of the enemy. After their retreat, the militants started to use the mortar launch shelling, and in the western suburbs of Donetsk, the situation remains unchanged. 24 hours around the clock shelling, and some of the buildings in Avdiivka were damaged. And the exit from Donetsk towards Mariupol, they preserve or they support the ceasefire regime. In the Mariupol segment yesterday there was a quiet situation. After the midnight and in the early hours in the morning, the militants for several times opened fire at our positions, Chermalik, using the firearms, and about 1 hour they were shooting from the snipers.
Yesterday in the anti-terrorist operation zone, flights of 10 enemy drones were detected. Another drone was spying in the Ukrainian airspace over the Sea of Azov in the vicinity of the resort settlement Kirillivka in Zaporizhzhia region. Over the last day, during the active combat, luckily no one died, and 7 Ukrainian military were wounded. These losses were sustained by our forces in Mariinka and at the Bakhmutka highway. The training of Ukrainian military in the rear goes on right after the Rapid Trident 2015 training was over. The training of officers and students of the Zhytomyr Military Institute started, and the training was conducted by military instructors who got a practical experience of organizing training of multinational units. The state auto inspection inspectors of the Luhansk region have finished a month-long training that was conducted by Georgian and Israeli instructors. And during the summing up training session, the state auto inspection workers have demonstrated their skills in conducting a combat while moving in a car. Our Western partners continue to help Ukrainian army. Lithuania has accepted another 4 wounded military who will undergo the course of medical rehabilitation there, and 50 Ukrainian military have undergone rehabilitation in Lithuania. Any other questions? You said that one drone was spying over Kirillivka, Donetsk region, Ukrainian Kirillivka. Any other questions? No other questions. Thank you, Colonel. See you next time. Thank you. Our next briefing is at